Hello everyone and welcome to your pumpkin patch messages. I'm Jenny. Thank you for being here on my channel. I'm just going to say this spiel now so I don't have to. If you end up liking this video, please give it a like, comment, share it with others, and subscribe to my channel. I would totally appreciate it. So this video we are working with pumpkins. I found these awesome pumpkins and I want you all to, in a moment, pick one because I'll show on the screen the 3 pumpkins we're working with, and if you need to pause the video, that's totally fine. But yes, pick a pumpkin for a message for your highest and best. All right, so the pumpkins are going to show on the screen in just a moment, and then I'm going to get right into it with the first one. Hello to those of you who've chosen pumpkin number 1. This little double here, this little conjoined. So I didn't get this in a farm or anything like that. I ended up getting it at Whole Foods. When I walked in, they had like all these bins of, all these mini pumpkins, and I saw this, and at first I really thought it was just one and like one on top of another, and I picked it up and I was like, oh my goodness, like, no, it's like 2 conjoined together. So I was like, oh my God, this is such a funky looking pumpkin. I'm totally getting it. So if you chose this one, what I hear is like double the blessings, right? Like to me, there is added energy swirling around this pumpkin. I'm really drawn towards like creating. So, well, personally, I'm very drawn towards that. But for the reading, like if there's something you've been wanting to create, whether it's a video like this, or maybe you're thinking of painting something or sculpting with your hands, okay, I'm even getting you want to create a family. Just don't be surprised if something extra happens along the way, okay? So if you're thinking of starting a family, well, don't be surprised if all of a sudden, hey, it's twins, okay? Or if, like I said, like you're sculpting something, maybe you end up having leftover clay, you make another version of what you just made. Or like, to me, there's just something extra in the process of whatever it is you're creating, but I like it. It doesn't feel like it's anything bad. It's just something extra for you to work with. And I also feel that once you complete whatever project you are working on, ooh, I don't know what that was, like a little dust. Once you complete a little project that you're working on, this is where like the extra blessings are coming in from, that just you're going to gain more recognition than you originally thought. Okay, so it's really nice. I'll just show it to you a little bit this way. I'm also hearing added advice and guidance, so don't be afraid to ask for advice, especially from like an elder, okay? So if you have a grandparent or just someone older than you, a friend that's older than, many years older than you, I feel like there's wisdom to be shared and to be received, okay? So don't be afraid to ask for guidance. You'll definitely get it. I also feel in the ethereal, spiritual realm that like if there's like a god or goddess or ascended master, some type of being that you want to connect with, I can absolutely see that, but just don't be surprised if like, another being wants to come in and help you. If you end up having like another name constantly flash in your mind, okay, well, maybe look to them. Okay. So I feel like spiritual support, a lot of spiritual support is around you. Just be open to who presents themselves to you. But so I like this. There's a lot of blessings with this one. I like that. Okay. So let's get to the cards. So I'm actually working with all Oracle decks this time. This is just what I was drawn to. So the first card I have here is from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. A number 9 card, the Ringmaster of Scrutiny. Discernment, clear vision, details. So I get what this is like, knowing what you want. Knowing what you want. I'm focused also on the 9. 9s usually symbolize like the ending of a phase or a cycle. Okay, so you're about to like embark on a new journey. I almost even want to say a new way of life for some of you. Like if the change hasn't already started, there's about to be a big change coming for you. But I feel like right now you need to still clear away or like wrap up, finish up, and it could very well even be some healing work that you're doing. But there still needs to be a wrapping up of something before you can move into your new life. Where it says discernment, I feel that's a big lesson for all of us in general, especially just like since even just the whole pandemic started, just like the past year and a half, and we need the discernment even going forward. So I feel like you just be open to what gets presented to you, but like try to control your emotions or like your initial reactions. Like just be open and like acknowledge what comes to you and take your time deciding if you actually do resonate with it or if you actually don't. Okay, I'm just going to show you the card. And there's a bit of a glare. I'm also hearing taskmaster. So someone who, you're going to have a lot of energy right now if you really want to like get things done around the home, get things done within your career. Like to me, like there's just this sense of like getting things done. There's going to be, and I know we're like right at Mercury retrograde, but there's just going to be this amped up energy. And I don't even think Mercury is the only planet in retrograde. I think there's maybe a few others, or there's about to be, but I'm just picking up this like energy of just getting things done and focusing on the details. And it says details in this card, and that's where like this, I feel like the scrutiny comes in. It's okay to focus on the details to an extent. I actually feel like you're better off really just focusing on your goal. Don't worry too much about the how, on like how you achieve that goal, because I can see the path sort of twisting and winding a little bit. So you might be thrown a couple of curveballs, if you will. And that just means, you'll need to adjust your action steps, but your goal will remain. Okay, so as to prevent yourself from getting too stressed, just be open to the fact that like how you go about completing something may change halfway through. All right, so just don't, that's what I get with that. But I do get this sense of like you completing things. And that's not a bad thing though, because now's a great time. We're at the beginning of autumn. Now's a great time to finish up whatever you want to finish up. The next card we have here is from the Sacred Traveler deck. I do love this deck. Valiant courage, take action with passion. Yes. Like I said, right now is a good time to like wrap things up. And I feel like if there's been something you've been wanting to do, even if this is something you've actually thought about doing like a year ago and you kind of like put it on the back burner, like, I'll get to it eventually. I do feel that like this is saying like, no, you got the energy. There's going to be a lot of energy. Like go ahead, like take that first step. All you need to do is take that first step. The universe will match you. You just have to take that first step, okay? I don't want to say it's like a test or that the universe is testing you, but the universe does like to see like, okay, are you really serious about wanting this? If you are, take that first step. We will match you, okay? And we will help you. Don't you worry. So go for it. And I feel like follow your passions. This is follow your passions. And I do feel for some of you, this is definitely like a creative endeavor. Follow it, okay? Even if you don't know where it's going to lead, that's okay. Do it anyway. The next card we have here is from the Natural Enchantments Oracle deck, an autumn card, appropriate for this time of year, 51 or a 6, the nest. So what I hear with this is home is where the heart is. That's actually what I hear with this. I know I just said like now there's going to be a lot of energy to get things done. And you very well could like want to be getting things done around the home. that's fine. Getting rid of old junk, or just, I don't know, painting, or just, sprucing it up, if you will. But autumn does bring a sense of coziness, togetherness, even going inward just a little bit. I mean, that's definitely more of a winter vibe for sure, but autumn definitely picks up on that as well. There's definitely that cozy and togetherness. So, okay, this is going to apply for some of you, that if there has been some home familial emotional issues going on, now would be a good time to look into that and see about different ways of healing that. Okay, keep the lines of communication open. That's what I hear about that. I also hear with this, you're protected. You and your home is protected. Okay? Yeah, that's what I hear with that. I want to see if I get, there's a lot of love around you. The 51 reduces to a 6. 6 is actually all about love. There's a lot of love around you. You may need to start acknowledging that a little more. Love comes in multiple forms, okay? Not just romantic. So pick up on the multiple forms. Yeah, I like that. The next card we have here is from the Witch's Kitchen Oracle deck. Echinacea, Fortify. So this is, I mean, that's good to do just in general, right? Fortifying even your immune system, especially given the state of this planet. But I feel like this card is actually just saying, like what I said here, like you're protected, you and your home is protected. I feel the same with this, that just you yourself, you are exuding this type of strength and fortifying energy that just it surrounds you and your surroundings. Okay, you give off a level of protection that you don't even realize. I also feel so like I work with basically like any deity I can, but Archangel Michael has always been kind of like my go-to. And there were many years where I worked with the angelic realm, just strictly. So Archangel Michael is really good at protection, okay? Ask him to offer his protection, whether it is just around you, around your home, around your car, around your business, what have you. He's very good at blocking, at filtering, blocking, and clearing out unwanted energies, unwanted guests and visitors. So, but I feel like this is like kind of saying like you are already naturally protected. If you feel you're not, even on the health front, then, well, taking echinacea will absolutely help you with that. That's why this card is here. But I also feel it's kind of letting you know, like, okay, well, take a look at your diet. See what you can change. Add more vegetables, more fruits, what have you. That will help to fortify your immune system, okay? I do like echinacea. I just like the flowers. Like, I think they're really pretty. They're usually, I know there's some yellow ones in here, which I don't know if I've ever really seen yellow ones. I've seen the pink ones. I don't have any in the yard around me, but someday I would like echinacea around me. The next card we have here is from the Blessed Bee deck. I actually haven't used this deck in a little while, and I love this deck. Number 36, another 9. Okay, so that's like saying, like, yeah, a lot of you, you're at this end of a cycle, about to start a new one. You just got to wrap shit up. A blessing on your wisdom, and that's perfect, because when you gain the knowledge and gain the wisdom, especially of what you need to let go of, you're able to just do it. So take this time, and being that we are at a Mercury retrograde, being that we are at the time, it's a good time to reflect and like go within and reevaluate and review just your life in general, and you know, maybe there are some patterns or even belief systems that you can change and twerk a little bit, or tweak a little bit. If you want to twerk, go for it. I can't do that, but so yeah, so I feel like it's okay to look within. That's where you gain a lot of the wisdom. Yes, you gain wisdom from circumstances and situations and, you know, lessons to be learned and people around you, absolutely. But a lot of wisdom is also gained from your own inner guidance. So take some time over the next few weeks to sit with yourself and see what needs to change, what you can let go of. It's a perfect time of year to let go, right? There's that quote, the trees are about to show us how lovely it is to let the dead things go, or to let things go. In doing so, you gain a lot of wisdom. And I'm looking at this, got a couple of birds here, right? Crow or a raven, either one, but then an owl. Owls do signify just a lot of intuitive energy, right? And just being able to see things that were like that, or that are hidden, if you will. They're not so much hidden from your own intuition. Okay? All right. These messages are going to be a little bit shorter today. Let's pull from my chalice. Oop. That one popped right out. I've said this one before, okay, in a past video. I don't like this one. When in doubt, mumble. That's kind of like just saying, like, when you don't know what to say, just say something. Which in some cases is not a bad thing. Because sometimes you can just let yourself ramble on, and oftentimes when you do, the truth ends up coming out anyway, even if you don't really mean to. But yeah, when in doubt, mumble. I don't know. I look at it like it's not a bad thing to choose your words carefully, but at the same time, if there's something that needs to be said, then just freaking say it. Don't worry about tact. Coming from a Sagittarius, us Sagittarians, we have to work on our tact sometime. Okay, lucky numbers: 5, 32, 13, 4, 7, 39. Okay? So thank you to those who chose pumpkin number 1. I hope you enjoyed these messages. Check out all my links below in the description box. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hello to those of you who chose pumpkin number 2. This awesome bumpy one. I know a lot of people don't like these ones, but I just think they're cool. I don't know. I look at them and I just think they're like witchy. They got that type of witchy vibe. So I feel like if you chose this, you guys definitely are tapped in spiritually. I mean, granted, anyone really watching a video like this is tapped in a bit, right? Otherwise you wouldn't be watching. But I feel like you guys more so, like you guys just are just in it, if you will. There's probably a lot of witches, witchy folk watching this video. And I feel like, I mean, now that it's autumn, like, well, it's our time, right? It's our time to come alive, and like, this is it, man. Between now and Halloween, or Samhain, if you celebrate that, like, it's our time. So I get a lot of like magical energy with this, and it feels like, I don't know, like amped up, if you will. So if you've been, you know, maybe you're like new at spiritual stuff, if you will, or like pagan witchy things, I just get this sense of like wanting to learn and wanting to make potions, which are teas and tinctures. That's really it. Or, you know, maybe you want to collect different colored leaves, or just do things with rocks. Like, to me, I get this sense of really connecting with nature and creating something from it. Okay? And that's not a bad thing. You don't have to be a witch to do that, you guys. I do get the sense also of just, especially this time of year, just being out in nature, going for a walk, or just right now the sun is shining. Thank God, because it's been gloomy the past few days. And I'm pretty sure the clouds are coming back in. But, you know, going outside and let the sun hit your face, or just, to me, there's just this, I don't know, this harvest, wonderful harvest, natural harvest energy. That's what I get with this. I also, on a side note, some of you, because I'm looking at like all the bumps, right? And it's reminding me, like, this is the skin of the pumpkin. And it's reminding me that now is a good time to be taking care of yourself. If you do find you've been having like some skin issues, look into your diet, see what needs to be removed, or maybe there's some like supplements or like minerals you need to be adding into your diet. It's possible you need to be balancing your hormones. To be honest, I've personally been going through that the past few months, and I've noticed the past few days my skin really clearing, so I'm like, yes, keep doing it. So I feel like now is like a good time to kind of like let you know, like, take inventory of your health, not just like your skin health, but like your health. Because also, so when I'm being told to say this is going to apply to some of you, not all of you. So when issues arise in the body, whether it is skin issues or random shoulder pain or random like aches, or just when things just start showing up in the body that you literally like cannot figure out where it's coming from, right? Like you didn't like, walk into a corner of a table or anything. Oftentimes there's an emotional root cause. Okay. If you want to check out Louise Hay's book, now Louise Hayes isn't around anymore, but she has this book called Heal Your Life. And there's a section in it, and I have the book as a section in it, where for like she lists all issues that you could possibly have with the body and an emotional connection to it. Okay. So I feel like, and like I said, it's only going to apply to some of you, not all of you, but take a look into that. And, once you work with that emotional issue, I'll just call it emotional thing, oftentimes the physical issue will go away. Okay. So just, I feel like I had to say that for some people. But I get a lot of magical energy with this. So I kind of feel like whatever project you were thinking of starting, whatever you want to start right now, even if it's like a relationship with someone or what have you, maybe you're thinking you like want to move, like, I don't know. I get a lot of like magical energy with this, like things just magically coming together. Okay. Like you won't have to put in too much work. You have to put in a little bit of work. Yes, you will. But you won't have to put in too much work. There's a lot of magical energy. Pumpkin. Okay. I like all the pumpkins I picked. And I didn't even get that at a farm. I did get that one. No, where did I get that one? I did get that one at a farm. It was a farm. They had like they had a lot of buckets of pumpkins and stuff. And I saw that one. The other two pumpkins I picked though, I got at Whole Foods. And I thought they were cute. Okay. So the first card we have here, and I'm working with all Oracle cards this time because it's just what I was drawn to. This one's from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms deck, a 34 or a 7. 7's a very lucky number, guys. The Winged Wise Ones, Angelic Help, Miraculous Aid. Oh my God. And I feel like that just goes along with what I said about having like magical energy around you now, that things are just going to come together and miraculously, magically, you don't even really know how, but they are. And it's because like, that's just around you right now. That's a lot of the support you have around you. Physical support here in the mundane world, but also like magical, miraculous support in the angelic, ethereal realm. Okay. You don't have to connect with angels. It's just angels are around you should you want to tap into that energy. Oh my God. I absolutely love this. I love when I see this. It says the Winged Wise Ones. So I also get this sense you've done a lot of the work. And by that, I mean like you've done a lot of the emotional work. You've done a lot of just the spiritual work. Like you're sort of leveling up, if you will. And there's still some things that you need to learn. Absolutely. You always got to learn stuff. Like that's what life is to learn. But I do get this sense of you gaining wisdom and knowledge kind of faster, like you're just more open. You're more open to learning whatever it is you need to learn, so you're going to pick it up faster, if that makes sense. I do also feel that if you've been wanting to like actually take a course on something or buy books to read up on something, go and do that. It's totally like it's part of your journey. It's part of your path. I feel like, yes, like you're supposed to do that. Okay. I love it. I also, because I'm looking at this as a feather right here. So some of you definitely are, if you haven't already, you're going to be getting signs from deceased loved ones. Sometimes they come in the form of feathers. Angels also let you know they're around you by showing you little feathers. But you know, deceased relatives it can be flowers, it can be you know, butterflies, you know, coins. It can be anything. I'm getting though, and especially between now and Samhain when the veil is thinning, anyways, communication to the other side is going to be much more apparent. All right. Oh, I gotta let Gizmo out of the room. All right, go ahead. Okay, so the next card we have here, it's from the Sacred Traveler deck. We have Protected by Angels. You are cherished by the angels. Man, you guys, you got 2 angel cards, 2 different decks. I didn't look at these cards when I pick them. Like, I shuffle them and then like I spread it out like on my bed usually, and I just pick like, okay, this is for, you know, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Like, I don't look until the video itself. So yes, I feel like you can take this card very literally. I look at this as Archangel Michael on here. It very well could not be. I mean, all angels like will help you, right? If you really need, if you want to call on them, but they all kind of have, I'll say, like specialties, right? They'll have their own niche. So Michael is usually depicted with a sword, right? Not all, you know, but he usually is. So I usually attribute him to Michael. He popped up for number 1, if you chose pumpkin number 1 as well. So some of you may need to be working with the angelic realm, or specifically just Archangel Michael. But I do feel you can take this card literally, so I will just show it, hold it up to show you if you want to read it. And I feel like some of you need to just like tell yourselves that, like, I don't know, you don't think that you are, but you are. I mean, it's easy for me to say, right? It's easy for you to read it on a card. It's one thing to actually believe it and really live it. But I do feel like, no, you're protected by the angels. You're not going to come into a worst case scenario, okay? The next card we have here is from the Natural Enchantments Oracle deck, a 20 or 2 Deception. So I look at this as like, look at a situation or a person you're dealing with from a different angle, okay? Just so you can avoid your ego being bruised. And that is very specific, I feel like, so that may only apply to a couple of you. Take what resonates and leave the rest. But like, so, because I daffodils, like they're pretty they're pretty cards. They're pretty flowers, right? A beautiful bright yellow. They come out in the springtime. It's great. But, you know, so this is my deck. I created this deck. So I put it as Deception because daffodils, they are very pretty to look at. But every single part of a daffodil, if ingested, is poisonous, right? So it can really harm you, even kill you, okay? So that's like deception. It's like seeing, like looking through rose-colored glasses, right? Seeing something, a person or situation better than what reality actually is. So, but I feel like to prevent yourself from that sting, from realizing, oh, they're not really who they say they are. To me, I feel like just take those rose-colored glasses off. Don't even have them. Don't throw them away. Don't even have them. If you see them, just put them in the trash. Like, I kind of feel like take a step back and look at a person or situation. And when you do take a step back, you're out of the box. You're seeing it from like a bird's eye view. You see things for what they really are. Or at the very least, you just see things differently than how you perceived initially. Okay? So kind of, if you can allow yourself to do that, it will prevent a deceit. It will prevent you being deceived by your own vision. Okay? That's what I got with this. Also with the 20, a 2, reducing down to a 2, I do see 2 things coming together quite nicely, actually. So don't let that word deception fool you there. To me, I do see 2 things coming together. Like career-wise, you and like, I was supposed to say like project manager. Okay, so that was very specific, but I see two people coming together to be able to create something awesome. I also do feel for a lot of you, romantic relationship is coming in for you, but just don't have those rose-colored glasses, okay? Like, try to look at the person, whoever they are coming in, try to look at them for who they are, okay? Then you won't set yourself up for disappointment. The next card we have here is from the Witch's Kitchen deck. Bay Leaves Abundance. Yes! Oh, yes. I told you guys have like all this magical energy around you with this pumpkin. All the magical energy. All of it. So this message for this card is going to be very short. Make a wish and send it out. I know a lot of people will write their wishes on bay leaves and then either burn them or like send them out on like a windy day and, you know, let the wind take it, carry it. I should probably do that. That's actually a fun little thing to do. So do that, because I feel like whatever you're wishing for right now, it's going to come to you. Just have patience. The next card we have here is from the Blessed Bee deck. 25 or a 7. Is this another 7, right? Wasn't there another 7 before? Yeah. The Winged Wise one, the 34 or a 7. So a lot of luck on your side, guys. Miracles, magic. Yes, it all goes in line. A blessing to find the truth. Don't have those rose-colored glasses, okay? If you want the truth of a situation or a person, whoever they are to you, okay, family, friend, romantic, colleague, whatever, do not have those, do not have expectations, okay? Because you will be the one setting yourself up for disappointment, not the other person. It'll be your fault, all right? You will have to hold yourself accountable in that one. So literally just, this is where you can use like discernment. Whoever is new coming into your life, take your time with it and discern and see things, see them for who they really are, okay? I don't see it being that difficult, to be quite honest. Positive messages are also coming in. I'm looking at this flock of birds right here. They could be crows or ravens. I believe that's like a albino crow or raven. I don't really know. I know ravens are like massive birds. But I do see positive news coming in online. I'm getting more so online, but again, that could, you know, that's not going to apply for everyone. You could get a phone call. You could literally get someone to your face telling you something awesome. Like you won something, or just it's, I don't know, recognition, reward, some positive news coming in for you within, I feel like, the next like 7 to 10 days. Very specific there, but okay. Chalice of Fortunes. I believe I said this one for the Divine Counterparts video that I just did. Ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. If you have learned something, share it. If you have wisdom, share it. Especially to people who ask. Sometimes it's not always good just to speak, you know, when the other person is not open to receiving it. But yes, ignorance spreads like wildfire. It just does, right? And that's, ignorance is for people who don't take the time to think. But knowledge, when you have knowledge, you've gained wisdom, you've learned stuff. That's knowledge, right? That's taking the time to learn things. Share what you've learned. Yes. All right. Awesome. Thank you, guys, who chose pumpkin number 2, such a magical pumpkin. I hope you enjoyed this, your messages, this video. Check out the links in the description box below. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hello to everyone who chose pumpkin number 3, this little white pumpkin. Isn't it cute? I saw this at Whole Foods a few days ago and I was like, Man, I need to get this little guy. He's cute. I don't normally go after white pumpkins either. I do prefer like the orange ones and even the bumpy one that I just talked about. But so with this, I get a lot of like baby energy. I'm not calling you guys babies, but there's this new, babies are new, right? And they see the world like just everything makes them happy. Like literally everything makes them happy. They could be making a mess and they're happy. They're happy about their poop. Like they're just happy, right? They laugh at like any and everything. There is this innocence, this purity about them. That's what I get with this. That just, it would be not just for those of you who chose number 3, this would benefit humanity, okay? If we literally allowed ourselves to laugh. I read like a statistic. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I read it like 10 days ago or so, that like babies will laugh like they could laugh up to 100 times a day. Adults will laugh maybe 7. Maybe. That's a maybe. I know people who don't even laugh in a 24-hour period, right? At all, not even once. So, and that's sad. Laughter is such wonderful medicine, and it actually has already been proven to boost your immune system. If you're worried about like getting sick or anything, like beat that fear. Like you can with laughter, genuine laughter. Okay, and so I feel like as adults, we need to allow ourselves to get in touch with our inner child, our inner kid, and like have fun. Go and do something fun. I don't care if it's like raking up the leaves into a pile and jumping in them. Like, go for it. To me, I get this. Okay, here's a good example. So not this weekend, next weekend, I'm going to be going to a Renaissance fair. And to me, that's fun. I'm even going to be dressing up a little bit. And I don't normally dress up, but I'm doing it this time. And so I feel like my little kid's going to be coming out. I feel like we need to do more of that. Allow yourself playtime. Don't just keep playtime for the kids. Because you may be an adult now, but you still have your inner child within you. So you got to go and have fun, whatever that is. Whatever fun is for you, go and do that. That's what I get with this. This little, like, I don't know, newness energy. I also because I say new, so don't be afraid to try something new. If there's something that like interests you, even a little bit, but maybe you're a little bit scared, go and do it anyway. It's okay. Be scared. Go and do it anyway, right? That's usually how you can actually get over a little fear, is by going doing that activity regardless. So there's this sense of getting out, allowing yourself to have fun, okay? Doing something new. The first card, I've got all oracle cards here. It's just what I was drawn to. The first card I've got here is from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms deck, a number 8. I love the number 8. The Dreamwalker. Dreams, the collective good, illusions. I want to say break the illusions. So illusion to me is like another word for fear. Because fear I've seen has like 2 meanings. Face everything and rise, okay? Or false evidence appearing real. And that's an illusion. An illusion is something that appears real, but it's not actually real. So if you do have a fear of something, but it's something that you can get over, like physically get over, then go and do that physical activity. Regardless, be scared, but do it anyway, because then you'll drop an illusion. I feel like this is also saying, like, so with 8's abundant energy. 8's mean like money coming in, financial security. 8's are a wonderful number. They're also, it's the infinity symbol. Well, the 8 is the infinity symbol upright, but it's the infinity symbol. So this never-ending loop, if you will, but not a bad loop. It's kind of like, I also don't want to say like, oh, it's karma coming back in, but sometimes it is karma coming back in, but not in a bad way, because you could have planted a seed, a good seed, for something you wanted to start a long time ago and it's taken some time, well, now it's finally grown and it's coming back in for you, right? So it's wonderful. But I feel like you do need to step out of your comfort zone. You gotta drop that cage that you have put yourself in, right? Yeah, because when you're in fear of anything, doesn't really matter what it is. When you're in fear, you all of a sudden box yourself in, and you don't really realize it. But like, you create the limitation. Fear is a limitation. So try to get yourself out of your comfort zone. A comfort zone is a wonderful place to be, but nothing ever grows there. And that's so very true. You don't grow in a comfort zone. And some people might be like, well, I'm okay with not growing. All right, well then keep having like the same type of relationships you've always had, especially if they're not healthy or good. Or keep going through same or similar circumstances, because you're not changing. So how do you expect something to change around you? You got to do the inner work. So easy for me to say, drop your fears. But doing so allows you to actually go after your dreams. And this is the dream walker. So like, I want to say like, actually walk the walk. Don't just talk the talk, like walk the walk. Like if you have a dream to actually go after something, but you know, there is like a little fear of something that stands in the way. Well, you're never going to achieve that if you don't get over this first little hurdle. And the little hurdle is usually like the size of like an anthill. It's usually never as big of an obstacle as we think it is. That's also fear, making things bigger than what they really are, right? So no, go after it, because doing so will bring you a lot of abundance. A lot. I feel like there's a lot of messages for that one card. Holy Christ. Okay, the next card we have here is from the Sacred Traveler deck. Reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. Yep. Just go forward. Drop those fears. Move forward. Take that first step. Take that first step, whatever that first step is, okay? And the universe will meet up with you. But you have to take a little bit of action. It kind of shows the universe like, yes, this is actually what I want, other than just saying it. Because, I mean, you could say it till like you're blue in the face, right? But like the universe isn't going to really deliver, because they're like, okay, well, you're just saying it. You're only talking the talk. You're not actually walking the walk, like I just said a minute ago. The universe will comply if you start walking it. So drop your guard, drop your fears, and just go do it. The next card we have here is from the Natural Enchantments Oracle deck. It's an autumn card, a 47 or an 11. You don't normally reduce an 11 down. 11, 22, 33, 44, 50. You don't reduce those numbers down, because those are master numbers in and of itself. Okay, they're very powerful numbers. So a 47 or an 11, the path. Look at this. You got a whole bunch of walking to do, guys. Even this says the dream walker. You got a whole lot of walking to do. Look, if there's something you want to achieve, you have to take that first step. I'm getting anyway, you are on the right path regardless. Like, so say, I saw this, someone had talked about this, and this is so true. So say you have a goal, right? You have a goal, but you're over here and you know there's two paths to go. Each path is going to bring you to your destination. It's just that each path might have different things along the way for you to see. One might be a little more scenic than another, but it doesn't matter, because you're still going to reach your goal. You're still going to reach your destination. So when I say you're on the right path, regardless, you are on the right path. Like, yes, there may be some other additional lessons that you're supposed to learn along the way. That's okay. Get it out of the way now instead of having to do it later. But you're on the right path. So I feel like some of you really needed to understand that, like, your world, your reality may appear chaotic or just not where you want to be. Understand, though, you are reaching your destination. Like this says anyway, you're reaching your destination. You are on the right path, okay? and you have support around you. The number 11, reducing it from a 47, number 11 is a very powerful number. You have a lot of support around you, even if you can't see it, okay? All right, the next card we have here is from the Witch's Kitchen deck, Nettle, Caution. It's okay to be cautious sometimes, absolutely. Just use discernment. You know, I use that word for the first two pumpkins. Use discernment. I think you know, for the past year and a half, our entire planet has been getting a lesson, a dose in learning discernment. Just to be open to what comes your way, but try not to react too quickly, okay? Because that also limits you and what you can do, okay? It limits your way of thinking by doing that. And oftentimes there's always another way, even if we just don't see it at that moment. But so I feel like this is like saying, like, you know, if someone new comes into your life, or you get handed like a new project to work on at work or what have you, it's just take a breather. Count to 20 if you need to. Hell, if you really need to, count to 100 before you decide to move forward with whatever it is, okay? I just feel like it's okay to use discernment. You will be able to, doing so, you'll be able to tap into your intuition, your own inner guidance, your inner compass, to really see what direction you're supposed to be going in, right? And that's never a bad thing. Nettles are also good at, in case you were wondering, a little homeopathy. Nettle tea is very good at strengthening and boosting your immune system, clearing out what is no longer working inside so that you have a strengthened immune system, just so you know. And being that, you know, the pandemic is still around, and honestly, guys, I'm not just going to be around for like ever, you know, like the flu. But it's always good to know other ways in boosting your health, okay? So nettle's really good. The reason also that says caution on it is because the nettle leaves and even the stems have little like prickly, I'm not gonna call it needles, but they're prickly. So like if you touch it with bare hands, oh, you know, it'll sting you. It'll kind of hurt. So most people, when using nettle, will wear thick gloves. So, just so you know, still great to work with, but it's okay to protect yourself a little bit. The next card we have here is from the Blessed Bee deck, a 32 or a 5, blessing for peace of mind. So 5s are all about change. And I mean, collectively, we have been all about change, have we not? Like, seriously. But so this card, I feel like it's saying, like, you may be going through change right now. You may be metamorphosing right now, but change may also be happening around you. You could be changing home, changing jobs, you know, what have you, coming out of a relationship or about to get into one. So change is change. To the universe, it's neither good nor bad. Change is change, just one energy, recycled, reused, morphed into another. But this card is kind of like letting you know, like, the universe does support you. Breathe through it. That's what I get. It's like, whatever change you're going through right now, just breathe through it, okay? Yes, you're in the middle of it. You're in the thick of it. Like, but part of the process is for you to remain grounded, to remain centered. If you need to, get yourself outside, even barefoot on the ground, or go literally hug or touch a tree. Like, ground yourself, because it'll help to bring more clarity in, and just, it'll calm your emotional self, okay? So, yeah. All right, got my chalice of fortune cookie fortunes. Let's see, I'm gonna get one near the bottom. I feel like I've got them all like all mixed in. Okay. There are many unexpected and thrilling surprises in store for you. I don't even need to say much more on that. Plus, so I was just talking about change though, and it says there are many unexpected, right? And you know, you don't always know what's coming. The future is never set in stone. And yes, I'm a psychic. I realize I said that, but it's very true. We don't always know what's coming, okay? And the future changes. Change is inevitable. But it's saying thrilling surprises are in store for you. So just like be open. Just be open, guys, to what's coming in. Use discernment, absolutely, right? But if something really does feel good to you, move forward with it. You're totally okay to do so. Oh my God, I love this. There are many unexpected and thrilling surprises in store for you. I love that. Okay. And I feel like also for within a short amount of time. So like between now and like February. 32, 37, 48, 42, 14, 8. Okay? So thank you to those of you who chose pumpkin number 3. Totally appreciate it. Check out the links in the description box below. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.